Hi, fifth graders, Miss Support here. We are going to talk today about our one of our lessons with the step up going on to sixth grade. Like Miss Hughes and Miss Owens have already talked to you guys a little bit about. I'm going to talk to you about step up 6 today, which will just say up in the corner, step up 6. There's a reteaching and a practice side. So we're going to go through the reteaching side together. I hope you guys can see the whiteboard okay. First thing I'm going to do is going to share my screen so that you can see the worksheet that I'm talking about. So this is a worksheet that I am talking about. I hope you guys can see that okay. We are working on multiplying with zeros in the product today. So this just means that your answer is going to have some zeros and you might need to annex some zeros or add some zeros. So this says when you multiply decimals, sometimes your product does not have enough places for the decimal point. So you'll need to insert one or more zeros. A lot of you have already seen this today. It says Gabriella drove 3/10 of a mile yesterday and Sam drove 2/10 times as far. Remember that as word means that we're going to be multiplying 3/10 by 2/10. And this chart over here, this little picture shows the 3/10 in the shaded area and the 2/10 with the dots on it. And then our answer is going to be where we have both dots and shaded part. So as you can see, I have 6 of those out of a total of 100. So I need to find a way to write 6 100ths, which is 0.06. And I can easily do this by multiplying 0.3 or 3/10 times 0.2 or 2/10 to get 6 100ths. And I need to annex a 0 there, okay? So we're going to do the first one together. I'm going to stop sharing so I can show you my work here. So the first one, I'm going to do number 1 and number 5 with you guys. So number 1 says 3/10 times 42 hundredths. So number 1 says 3/10, which is 0.3 times 42 hundredths. Remember when we are multiplying, or sorry, 42, that should be. When we're multiplying fractions, you do not need to line them up. So I'm actually going to switch these because I really want to have here the longer number on the top. So I'm going to erase these really fast and switch them. So I am going to, on a separate sheet of paper, or if you have a whiteboard or something, you can do this as well. So you're going to write 42 hundredths on the top times 3/10, which is 0.3 on the bottom. These are the same number. This is called the commutative property, which means that I can multiply these in any order at all, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 3 times 2 to get 6, 3 times 4 to get 12, write down my 12, and now I'm all done because I only have a single digit that I need to multiply by. I already know that my numbers are going to be 0, so I don't need to do that down here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count my decimals. So I have 1, 2, 3 places. So there's 2 after the decimal here, and there's 1 after the decimal here. If I add these 2 together, that equals 3. So that means I'm going to start at the end and move my decimal over 3 places. I'm going to annex a 0 at the very beginning here. And then I'm going to erase my little whoops. That's what I call them with my group. Okay. So my answer to that first problem would be 126 thousandths, or 0.126. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is going to be number 5, because I'm pretty sure you guys know how to do all these. We've done these a lot. You just didn't really know you were doing them. So the next one I'm going to do is number 5. And this one says 0.4 or 4/10 times some number is going to equal 0.008 or 8 thousandths. Okay, so what I can do to figure this is I can do the opposite of this operation to figure out n. So I'm going to take this number, so 8 thousandths, divided by 4/10. So I'm going to put 0.008 or 8 thousandths inside my box and my 4/10 outside. Okay, if you remember correctly, the first thing you have to do is get rid of the decimal point out here. So I'm going to multiply by 10 or just move it over 1, okay? So I'm going to move that over 1. What I do to the outside, I have to do to the inside, so move it over 1, and then I'm going to bring that decimal straight up so I don't forget it. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to get rid of these whoops. Okay, so 4 does not go into 0, does not go into 0, so I'm going to put a 0 there because it is right in front of that decimal. Does not go into 0 again, so I'm going to put my 0 there. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract to get 0. So my answer for my n would be n equals 2 hundredths, or 0.02. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope that makes some sense. The rest of them should all be fairly easy for you. Like I said, we've been doing this for quite some time. You just probably didn't realize that's what it was called. I hope this helps. This is, like I said, step up 6, which will be on, I believe, May, let me look here, May 11th, I believe. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let your teacher know. Okay. Good luck. Bye.